Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Rick Voight, the co-founder of Vivid-Pix. Thank you for joining us, Rick.
Fred, my sincere pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Well, you've been on with us before, and now you've got a new version of your software, which is called Restore. I'll let you give us some background, first of all, about what you're doing and why.
So as a company, we've been around for 8 years. We started off in the market improving underwater photos. We've sold that in over 100 countries. And then coming up on 5 years ago, we created something called Restore. And Restore automatically improves faded old photos and documents. And the genealogy family history market in the United States is the second most popular hobby. Second most popular hobby in America and also in much of the world. And there are many great products available in the marketplace to improve images. But what we've done is to create software that's fast and easy for the average person, leveraging 2 patents that Vivid-Pix has, that literally you click the mouse and we fix it. And then we have easy-to-use controls to fine-tune.
And you use artificial intelligence and give people a choice. So they get it. You upload an image into Restore, an old faded photo or a document, and then you see different images that you can choose from with different levels of sharpening, etc., that people can and tones that people can choose from. Tell us about that and the strategy.
Sure. So what we did is we created the AI in order to be able to analyze an image for its individual needs. So say with photography, you could have images that are back in the 1840s, 50s with daguerreotypes or tintypes, and through time, through sepia or black and white or color. And our artificial intelligence recognizes what's gone wrong, i.e. fade and the like, with those images and automatically corrects it. And the center image, the 9-up that you described, the center image is the image that the software feels is the best fix. But we ring that center image with more contrast, less light in the lower left, and less contrast, more light in the top right, because we all do see color and contrast differently. So that allows the person with one click to be able to improve their image. And then with the software release that we announced yesterday, we've actually created an automatic so that if the person simply wants to automatically have that center image be selected, they can set that setting within the software, and it will automatically fix based on that center image as well.
And it's interesting, you did this, the release of the software at a genealogy center in Fort Wayne, Indiana?
Yeah, we've gotten to know the industry quite well, and Allen County Public Library in Fort Wayne, Indiana, has the largest genealogy center in a public library in America. And we've gotten to know them, so very well respected. And we've gotten to know them well. And they, as I do different conferences there, I get great ideas because I get to listen to the users, i.e. whether that's a consumer or whether that's a genealogy library, and to hear what it is that people are wanting to have in our software. And we continue to listen. We continue to update and make sure that we're creating the best software for genealogists and family historians. So it was appropriate for the new release that we did a webinar with Allen County last night, and it was a lot of fun. Again, these are just super nice people that really understand and are helping people.
I'll let you tick off some of the new features in this version of Restore.
Sure. The first, as I just mentioned, is the ability to go through the 9-up, but then also to be able to have the software automatically fix. Similar to that, we've also now implemented a preset function. So with the preset function, let's say that You've got an envelope that you picked up of photos that you picked up at your drugstore 30, 40 years ago, and they've all faded at the same rate. So we've created the ability to create a preset so that you're able to save that adjustment, apply it to all the pics automatically, as opposed to going through the AI. Utilizing the AI, we also created something that's called crop recalculate. So the AI, when we take a look at an individual image, we're looking at the entire image. But most images, and that image could be, of course, a photograph, but it can be a document. And a lot of people use our software to improve documents. So let's say that you've got a old 1800s document that is faded, and it could be a census, it could be a record, it could be a letter. And there's a portion of that you really want to be able to read because it's important. So you're now able to crop that area and then apply the algorithm directly to that area in order to improve its legibility, in order to then be able to bring that into your family history. We also launched something that's called Zoom Transcribe. And Zoom Transcribe also ties into the documents of family history and genealogy, is that you're able to zoom into an image, which is now legible, and you're able to enter the information that's important into a side screen, single interface. And all of that information that you're now able to read and transcribe goes directly into the image metadata. And metadata is often used for, I take a photo and I know where it was taken and when it was taken and those types of things, the camera settings. But metadata is also a great place to, similar to an old photo, write on the back of a photo or write in the margin of a document. But in the digital world, of course, we don't have that. So metadata allows the user to put that information directly into the image file and have all that information always remain with that image. So metadata is becoming more and more popular within the genealogy world, and we wanted to make it very easy to be able to have all of it be read and retained within the image file. So those are a few of the really big things. Oh, I guess one really other big thing is so JPEGs and TIFF image files are the most common file types. And we also imported into both our Mac and Windows software the ability to improve raw images. So raw images are, when a camera takes a photograph, oftentimes it's in a JPEG, but raw is information about that capture, and it gets converted, for lack of a better word, into a printable or an image file. And we've implemented now raw across all of the major manufacturers, raw processing across all the major manufacturers of cameras.
Really helpful for people who are scanning photos, getting the old shoe boxes out or albums out and trying to scan them and digitize them where they can be shared more easily with family members and such too. And being able to edit the metadata allows you to go in and tell people for future generations, who are these people in the photos, long-lost relatives or friends, assuming that you know.
Exactly correct. Exactly correct. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, tell us about the pricing. I know one thing, people can try this for free.
Yeah, we do two things. So Randy, my business partner, and I sell our software the old-fashioned way. We are not a subscription. We sell our software for $49.99, so it's quite affordable. With that price, the consumer is able to put it on two computers, Windows, Mac, or Mac, Windows. We're indifferent if the household has more than one operating system. And then we provide free updates. And that's a really good example of what we just did yesterday with this new release. Is we put a ton of new capability within the software. So everyone who's bought our software in the past, they get a free update. And we've been selling Restore now for coming up on 5 years. and we have been providing more and more capabilities as we better understand the market's desires. And we just want to have the best software for the genealogist, family historian, and let consumers buy it once.
Terrific. And for more info, the place to go is Vivid-Pix, Pix.com. Rick Voight, thank you for taking the time with us.
Fred, my sincere pleasure. Thank you again. Take care.
Now this. It takes a lot of listening to build a better radio, and that's just what the folks at C. Crane have done. Bob Crane and his crew, nestled among the rivers and tallest trees in the world in Fortuna, California, have made a habit of listening to their customers. And that's just what they've done in building the CC Skywave SSB, the Swiss Army knife of portable radios. For everyday listening to AM or FM in the yard or patio or on the nightstand without having to drain a mobile phone battery, it's a great companion. But it is also a companion equipped for NOAA weather information and alerts that can be life-saving. You can listen to FEMA and Coast Guard transmissions too. Beyond all of that, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world. It's compact, easy to take with you, and built to last. The CC Skywave SSB. Click on the link at Techstination.com.